Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Let's Talk on DNTWOK. My name is Olujoke Mosaku, and the topic for today is respect and dignity. Well, in the course of the program, you will know why this is a topic for today. And I have Mrs. Olatunde. She's a coach and counselor. She actually reached out to me and I'm like, okay, there's this topic because thank you so much for always thinking about me, right? And the fact that you see things and you feel it's worth talking about is something that I admire a lot. Thank you so much for always looking out. All right, so before we continue, I would like to remind you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all of our social media platforms, and please enjoy this show with us.
JK Royal Signatures, a blend of African fabric.
Thank you so much, man, once again for coming on the show. I know people will like, okay, she's always on the show. Yes, because she has so much that she wants to give. And today we'll be discussing again respect and dignity. Thank you once again. Now, when we talk about respect and dignity, how would you define these words individually?
Individually, I'll dwell more on respect, but I have it here written down as respect is a positive feeling or actions shown towards someone or something considered important or valuable. Sorry. It is a positive feeling or action shown towards an individual or something. I further wrote down here, respect involves treating others with kindness and dignity. Treating others with kindness and dignity. This is very important because so many people are very, very fragile at heart. And sometimes even when we are not aware, how we have treated them could lead to something we might not even believe. You will be like, I only said this. This that you said, that only this could lead an individual to depression. And if it's not well managed, could lead to suicide. I have here also valuing their feelings. I think I said that earlier. You should value how people feels with the way you treat them. If you value how people feels with the way you treat them, you will be careful. I actually said here that respect is essential in building a strong relationship. If you don't want people to see you and avoid you, I am so good at that. Once I notice you're this kind of person that dulls my energy, that brings me, that brings down my vibes, I avoid you like a plague. So when you treat people right, people want to have a sound relationship with you. Now I have here for dignity. Dignity is the statement of being worthy of respect or honor. I'm going to bring the song of Whitney Houston, which I love so much. You can take everything from me, but I will not allow you take my dignity. For a powerful singer like that to sing such a song, that everything you can take away from me, I don't care, but my dignity I will not allow you to tamper with. So when you talk about respect, respect is the positive feeling or action shown towards someone. Then dignity is the statement of being worthy of respect. How you make people feel, how people feels, when they are respected. They feel good, they feel elated, the positivity wants to go on instead of feeling dejected and feeling unwanted. That feeling that comes when you're respected. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that brief. Now, it was as if one of the things you mentioned, like respect builds relationship. And I was actually going to ask what role respect plays in building relationship, of which you have shared. But if you don't mind, you could lead us into other aspects of this respect when it comes to building strong relationships, that especially between father and mother, children, colleagues at work, schoolmates, even between the rich and the poor, if I will use that word.
Yeah, I have here. It encourages openness and honesty. You know, when you want to talk to somebody and the person is careful about how you are treated, the person comes out wholeheartedly. The person is not refraining from telling or sharing anything with you. They are not withholding anything from you, though they are as real as ever. Now talking about husband and wife, a wife that knows that every time she talks to the husband shouts on her, the husband disrespects her. You see such wives withholding a lot from the husband, and sometimes when it becomes dangerous, or I don't want to use any other word, but I want to use dangerous. She would say publicly that each time I try to talk to you, you talk down at me. When wives feel they are not loved enough, they are not respected, they withhold from the husband. It explains the impact of respect and dignity, especially when it comes to doing a lot unto others as you would do unto yourself. When you're this kind of a person that feels disrespected when your dignity is being trampled upon, when you're this kind of a person that would not allow anyone, like I got to a stage in life where I carry my shoulders high, not pride. My self-esteem, I am this individual that has a very high self-esteem. It's intentional. I don't know if I've ever said it on DNTWOKs. I have been pushed to suicide 3 different times, at 3 different times in my life. And it was nothing short of how people treated me. I felt dejected, as bubbling as I seems, as highly elated I look. I am very fragile emotionally, and the way people treat me goes so much down. It's so deep that when you're done treating me either like a princess or like a piece of trash, I am struggling to get over it. And most times, now this is very important, most people are disrespected. Most people are disrespected because of their financial status. I tell you that. Most people's dignity are dragged because of their financial status. If you watch, when people see you come out rich, thank you, I think you mentioned that, between the rich and the poor, when they see you are not of their status, when they see you are not of their class, there is this way to treat you. There is a message that pass across to you. There is a way they make you feel. In Yoruba land, I'm sorry, I'll use it. There is a word that says "Ashonla Koleyonla," which means okay, an English word says you will be addressed the way you are dressed, but Yoruba doesn't believe in that. Yoruba believes Either you're dressed in an expensive apparel or not, you should be respected. You should be treated with dignity. So when you are this kind of a person, when you're an individual that makes people feel less of themselves, yes, that is very important. When you just see people without knowing who they are, without knowing the background, you just judge them. You judge them and you just fix them in a corner where you don't even allow yourself to get to know them. Most times when people are disrespected and later known for a higher status, you now see such individual that has disrespected the other individual trying to make up. So I have here that you should make it an habit to respect people without knowing their qualifications, their titles, nor positions. Thank you.
All right, so moving forward, I was also going to ask you about your personal experience, which of course you mentioned a bit of it. Now let's look at this aspect. There was something that made you come say, okay, let's discuss this topic. And definitely you've seen a lot. So could you please share some of these things with us?
I left Ijebode for I'm looking for the right word, a kind of conference or seminar in Ekiti. In the organization where we went to represent, my personality I have been dealt with. I have a lot. I have a whole lot. But thank God for my strong will. You know, we got to the conference. 3 of us were registered for the conference from the organization. I am the only female. I have this gender maltreatment, like 85% wherever I find myself, because I am bold, because I'm intelligent, because I am blunt. You know, men tend to find it interesting to want to shut me up. They find it interesting, but I think I have been good enough to put such men where they belong. I am not rude, but whatever you dish out to me, I have it double. I have it triple for you. And by the time I give it just the way you gave it to me, you know how it feels to respect people. So we got to this conference and the so-called president was supposed to be the number 1. The vice, we have 2 vices. The vice was supposed to be the number 2. And I was the treasurer as of then to be the number 3. There were 3 other members that went to the conference with us, making about 6 of us. The conference materials, if I may ask, is it for the people at the conference or for the people at home? I'm sorry, can you just answer me?
For the people at the conference.
God bless you. Then this president, because I am a female, decided not to give me the conference material publicly. It was handed over to him. He took his, he gave the vice. He was supposed to give me the last one. Then he said, I'd rather take it to one of the members at home, who is my friend. And I said, excuse me, sir. If you don't know how things are done, I will advise you ask. I am here at this conference, sent by the organization, just as you are sent. If the annual fee we all paid, not your personal money. And sweetheart, he said to me, I am not giving you the conference material. And for 3 days, I was in the conference without material. But I was now expecting that at least when he takes that conference material back to the person he feels wants to go, the person should know better that he didn't attend this conference. Was the conference material supposed to be brought home to him when there were people on the conference ground? Then lo and behold, the man collected it. Then when we got to the next meeting after the conference, I raised the issue. He openly said because I was a woman, he felt I don't deserve to be treated the same way men were treated. And he gave his apologies, but it's about 3 years after that, I keep using him as an example. I felt so disrespected. I felt my dignity was trampled upon. He gave an apology. The apology is not going to fix anything. I was in the conference for 3 whole days without a conference material because he felt I was a woman that didn't deserve to be treated the way men were treated. Fine, that is one. I have been in a meeting with men, and when they give, I always respect myself and I like to speak last whenever I'm in any gathering. And I like to speak last because I would have listened to everybody's suggestion. Then if I have something contrary, then I will like, okay, I feel every suggestion is nice, but this is what I feel we can do that would be better. Then you would hear a man tell me, madam, you don't talk when men are talking. I mean, how does that sound? And I'll gladly say to them, well, I don't have a husband that shuts me up. I have a husband that encourages me to speak out. So I don't know how you treat your wife, ma. I mean, sir, I am sorry. You can't shut me up. Most times, okay, do I want to bring in gender? No, don't let me genderize it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm trying to write that statement. I don't have a husband that shuts me up.
Yes, he doesn't shut me up. He encourages me to speak out. My husband doesn't shut me up. So when men shut me up, I don't find it funny. I can come out very rude to you because my husband doesn't shut me up. He encourages me. When I'm going out, he's like, he has an idea of what I'm going to do. He adds to whatever it is I've written down. He's calling me, he's checking on me. You know when you have that backbone.
Yeah.
So you can imagine when you now go out and other men are treating you otherwise. Thank you.